Hey everyone, it's Lisa and today is Tuesday and I decided to do a tutorial today. Nothing fancy. I just did that Ellis Faas look from the other day where I said it was kind of like grunge or rocker or whatever, where you're just doing like a smudgy look, and I like it. I think it's neat and I got a lot of compliments that day, and I have a lot of people ask me the color of it and stuff like that, so I thought I would do that real quick for you.
Okay,
and so the first thing I thought I would do is, for those of you that are doing like me and letting your bangs grow out, something that I have found is very important. Your hair just gets crazy. Or if you just take clips, I need to get some better looking clips, but if you just take clips and then do them back, it kind of messes up the way your hair, you know, kind of goes back. So what I have found is take it and literally kind of curl it up like that to get it out of your way, and then when you pull it down, it's not messed up quite as bad. Sometimes I even like the way it does because it separates my bangs. Last night I even, these middle ones, normally I do those straight down, and last night I curled them back. So, and you can tell last night I got hot, and so when I get hot and I hate to say sweaty at night, that makes my hair kink up, but that's okay. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, as always, is my Giorgio Armani Master Corrector in number 1, and I just put that in the darkest areas and just tap it out. And I've already put on, I'm actually trying a new eye cream from my med spa, and I cannot remember the name of it because it's a sample, but I really like it. It comes in a regular formula and a really rich formula, and this is the regular, and I like it. And I've got that little place I'm gonna, that's what I usually do if I have any redness anywhere or anything. I just take what's left on my finger. And I also kind of bumped up my, when I was getting my facial, she said that I should do my hydroquinone and my retin-A every night instead of alternating them, and that way it would kind of bump everything up. And so that's what I've been doing, but last night I had to just skip the retin-A because my skin was getting so red. But anyway, you can see it is just, between having that facial, it was the Fire and Ice facial, and it was kind of not really a peel, but has glycolic acid in it, and bumping up the retin-A, I barely have any spots, just a little bit, and most of this is just capillaries. Anyway, okay, I'm going to take my Rachel K, and when I'm using this, I'm also going to use this today, which I don't have to, but I wanted to show you, there is just something about this foundation, and it's just about this color that I love. I don't know what it is. So when I'm using this, I don't need a whole lot of this because I'm just using this as a primer. So I usually get just a little bit like that and go over those places that really need, like right here in the T-zone and right here because it helps with the pores. It helps with this redness and this redness, and it helps control the oil and everything breaking up, especially right here. If I don't use my Rachel K, right here we'll start getting that line, that yuck, and right here will get real yucky, and my chin won't look as good. So that's what I do with that if I'm going to use the foundation. And then, like I said, I like using this. There's just something about this color, and it's the 128, and I usually take about 2 good pumps on the back of my hand, and I like this. I've tried all of my different, my Real Techniques brush, a regular foundation brush like the flat Bobbi Brown one. I really like this one. It's the Sedona Lace 520, and for some reason I love that angle. So I put it in there and I try to distribute it out pretty good first, and then I start kind of from the middle out, and I really like getting it on my eyelids. And then just kind of working it out as thin as I can. I like having that color on my eyelids. And then get around your nose real good. And then I usually go down my neck. 'em. With what's left. And just keep on, because I want it to be like a thin layer, but I just love the, I don't know, there's just something about the color of it. It just matches my skin perfectly. There. Okay, and you can see I've used pretty much all of that. 2 pumps there. Okay, now I could just put on a finishing powder like the Dermablend, but I like to go in with the Laura Mercier Rich Vanilla just a little bit, just to set it and give it just a little bit more dimension. And I do still like this better than even that Tarte. The Tarte is not quite as golden. It's a little bit more, I hate to say red, but it's just not quite as nice as this. But I do still like it. I'm not going to take it back or anything. Matter of fact, it might, my mom has a little bit more of the pink undertones. But anyway, I've got just a little bit, and I'm going to just kind of go over this, and because the Laura Mercier just has such a good glow. And then over my eyelids just a little bit. Just barely, see, I've still got, well, if you can see, I've still got a lot left in here. I'm just not using near as much as I do if I were to use this as foundation. And then I take it down my neck. Like that. Okay. Probably hear Will in there. He's in John's study. Moving around. And for, okay, bronzer, I just can't quit using this Laura Mercier Ritual. And I know it's not available anymore. Just make sure that you know it's not available. Make sure that any boutique you know that carries Laura Mercier or any of your counters, make sure they don't have one left, because I just don't know anything that's like it. I've heard that there is a hard candy blush that's real similar to this called Honeymoon or something like that. And next time I go to Walmart, which I do not like to go to Walmart, but next time I go, I will pick it up and see. But and all of these are different. Mine is, I think mine has a pretty good mixture of the brown and the pink, but there's just something about it. And I'm going to use my Bobbi Brown bronzer brush and just, you know, kind of do it like this and go right under my cheekbones. Like that. And a lot of times, you know, most people do the sides of their temples, but my face is more narrow and long, so what I like to do is really go across the top like that. Ends up looking better on me. And just a little bit under my neck. Like that. And I usually just take what's left across my collarbone. Okay, and then I see, I might just do a little bit more in the very back. And you could just stop with that. Matter of fact, I just got a new product today. They just delivered it when I was setting up here, and I went ahead and ordered this, that daggone Mary-Lou-manizer. I've heard so many of you mention it, and the other day I was watching Enter Beauty blog, and she was using it, or had just gotten it, and just was saying how much she loved it. So I decided to order it, and I ordered it from Zappos. Look at that piece. I ordered it from Zappos, and so it got here overnight with no shipping. Love that place. So, it reminds me so much of my Lorac Spotlight. I bet it's going to be like that. Let's see. Let's use this little brush right here. I like to put on my highlighter. Ooh, okay, this is stronger than Spotlight. Okay. I like to put on my highlighter before my blush. Okay, so this needs to come with a warning. This is beautiful, but it's really pigmented. Matter of fact, let me take my Laura Mercier brush and kind of tone that down a little bit, like that. That is beautiful though, isn't it? Look. And then I thought I would use this GloMinerals blush that I just got because I really like it. It is called Begonia, and it's similar to, I don't know, it's kind of a deeper, you know what it reminds me of is that MAC color Stark Naked blush that was a limited edition. It's just like a hot pink, but it's a deeper berry with a little bit of gold. It's just really pretty. And I'm going to use my Bobbi Brown blush brush and just tap it on the sides like that and go right kind of in between where you put that luminizer and the bronzer. Like that. And I don't like to come too far in. I know some people do, but unless I'm just particularly going for that look. But on an everyday basis, I just do the outside like that. Okay. And now, typically, I would probably do the MAC Fix Plus, but today I'm not going to do it because everything's kind of luminous anyway. So I'm going to wipe off this brush that I used and do this Dermablend powder just in my T-zone, just to make sure I don't get too shiny. And also, this is a real important part, if you'll take this and go over your eyelids where you put that foundation, it makes that, you know, like primer, and gives you a really good base. And right here, and right here. And that way the outside of your face is still glowy, but the inside isn't too bad. Okay, I couldn't decide which look to do. Matter of fact, I brought the MAC Black Track paint pot and the In the Light palette out here to do, but then I remembered so many of you liked it when I did this Ellis Faas look the other day that I thought I might do this because this is something different than I've done. So I thought I would, it's only I think be the third time I've used this, so it'll be interesting for all of us. But anyway, so this is the darkest one I've got, and what I usually do is just click it up, and it's not it doesn't have any shimmer, and it's I don't know, it almost comes out real dry feeling already. Okay, when I get it going good like that, and this is the E105, what I do is just like I always would, just start right here on the lid, and then I go ahead and start getting my shape like that, and then bring it in and get your shape, and then just start filling it in, and don't click anymore out like that. And so I can see that I need to come up a little bit further like that, and then I'm going to use, while you've got it on here, go ahead and get underneath and then connect up and then out like that. Okay, and I can tell that I've got too much product right here on the edge, so I'm going to take my finger and just kind of work that out like that. This is probably one of the easiest eyeshadow looks you can do. And then like that. So I usually try to do one eye at a time because you're kind of just using that limited amount of stuff on there. So that's pretty much it. So do some clicks until I know I've got some coming out, and I do. And then make sure you get down to your lash line. So first I do that little teeny moving part of your lid, and then this time I'm going to come up a little bit first, get some of that product, and then I make my shape, come back in, and then keep opening your eye so you can see how far up you need to go. And remember to leave it, don't go completely up because you want to leave some room for smudging it out. And then just run this up under there, and then I usually connect it up and bring it back like that. And then just take your finger and just kind of rub out the edges. And it doesn't you know, go a long way. It's what am I trying to say? It's already kind of got a powdery finish, so it's real easy to work with. It doesn't just like go all over the place like some things do. Okay, I think that's it. I feel guilty, that was just so easy. And then just take your, and keep on, kind of like using a clean brush, keep on, you know, wiping off your fingers so you don't keep adding more. And then you can kind of, you know, perfect for that. I think this was the grunge look, the tutorial I followed. when I did it. She was using a paint pot, but I think this is even easier. Okay, and you can, if you want to, and this, boy, this will stay on forever. I remember having a hard time getting it off last time. And I did not use a highlight last time I did it, because keep in mind I've already gone over my eyelids with the Makeup Forever, so I've already got, you know, some color, and that makes it easier to blend too. I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows because I feel like I need to go ahead and get those done. And so I'm going to just brush them up first so I can see where I need to put in the shape. And I've been liking this Brow Wiz Anastasia and Medium Ash. I think I have two colors. I can't remember what the other one is, but this is the one I like. And so I'm basically just going to fill in under here, and then fill in, and then go up, and then out just a little bit. And a lot of times I like to get that arch like that. And then same thing over here, fill in, and then fill in the top, and then kind of just fill in that tail and go out just a little bit like that. And it looks way too harsh at first, but you have to and then I like this brush. It's a Ellis Faas, just a regular spoolie, better than the one that's on the end of that, and really brush it out like that. Sometimes if it gets too dark, I take the brush at an angle like this, and that really kind of removes some of it and blends it real nice. Okay, and then I'm going to go over it with the Blonde Brow Gel, and that sets them and kind of lightens them a little bit in some places. It kind of gives them a little more dimension, or I don't know, softens them, I guess. Okay. Remembered, I think this is what I used the other day. It's the Bobbi Brown. I love this liner. It's called Black Plum. And someone has taken off with my sharpener, so I'm just going to have to use it like this, which it's a smudgy look, so it won't matter. But so just run this along the top lash line like that, and I just stop short of the end like that. You don't have to be neat, but just try to make sure you get it down into the lash line. And then I take usually my little Billy Bee brush in number 12 and just smudge it out some, and then try to bring it up. Not really wing it up, but just, you know, fan it up on the ends. This dries pretty quick, so don't take too long doing it. And that just gives you some darkness at the lash line, but it still keeps that look. And I am going to just run it right in my lashes, not really in my waterline and not really underneath, just right in the lashes like that, right in the roots. I avoid the waterline if I can, because I've got contacts in, and then go right in the corner and make sure that connects. And just take that brush again and just smudge it out. There you go. Okay, and I thought today, just because I haven't used them, I would try these red cherry lashes in the DWs. They look so pretty, and I thought I would take this opportunity without cutting them. Let's see how it goes. So I'm using the Dark Duo Lash Glue. I'm going to put a really thin little line. I don't know if you can even see that, but you just barely want to touch the lash line on these. You don't want any big globs. So I usually like to pick it up kind of towards the middle like that, and then tilt it back and bring it right in, like you're almost like you're going to lay it on your lashes, and then just push it back into the lash line until you feel the glue you'll feel it hit. And then I usually just push them like that. So you can see they're a little bit more subtle than the Ardell's that I usually use because there isn't that band. Go right, like I'm gonna lay them, you see, on my lashes, and then just kind of push in, and then connect this edge. That one sat right in there, and then connect that edge. And it looks like these are sitting up prettier than these. Sometimes you might have to play with them to make them look right. Yep. So you could almost just go without mascara once you put these on, and then the only reason I do is just because my lashes underneath are lighter. Those feel really good. They feel really light. And those were the Red Cherry, here it is. The Red Cherry number DW that I got from Madame Madeline. Really like those, and they're like $2.50. Okay, and I thought since I was using that Ellis Faas eye, I would use this lip paint thing that I got from them, and this is L208, and it is a little drab on its own, but if I put something over it, once it dries, I like it. So I'm not going to do any lip liner. I'm just going to use this. It's a pretty peachy color. Just kind of like lip line with it and then paint in. Okay, so there's that on its own, and then after it dries I might put a little bit of the Tom Ford Nude Vanilla over it, but we'll see. So now I'm going to, let's see, use a little bit of mascara. This is one I really like to use under false lashes just because it's so small, it's easy to get in there, and it's the Telescopic, not sure exactly which one this is, Shocking Black, and I'll use my mirror so I can get right in the lashes, and I can get in there and not put too much on the false lashes, because most of the time I don't want any mascara on the false lashes. I just want to blend these in on the sides, and I kind of pull them out like that, and then just put a little bit on the bottom, just at the base. I've heard the reason that we open our mouth is it keeps you from blinking, and I think that's true. Put more over here to match. Okay. Okay, we're almost done. And then the last step I would do would be this Cargo Blu-ray, and I have noticed, I've got both colors, but I've noticed that I use the lightest one the most, and this is number 1, and I usually just click it up and it immediately comes up, and I do probably about 2 dots. I used to do 3, but it was too much. So, and just blend, but don't go up, just stay in that dark. And then I go in. It's very concentrated, so you might have to switch fingers. It's kind of like using a clean brush. And then I come out usually. And then sometimes I come down a little bit. And let me wipe off my hands here. Okay. Go up in that darkness, and then come down, and then back up. I have those little veins right there anyway I like to cover up, and that also cleans up under here. Go up in that corner like that. So when I take these out, I usually have to kind of mess with them a little bit and make them go back, but they're not going to want to. Okay, so there is the final look, and I would say it's basically like the other day. And let's see what it looks like if I put a little bit of this Nude Vanilla over top of this. Just in the middle. I think that helps it a little bit. Okay, I'll be right back with my outfit of the day. I have on just one of my favorite James Purse tanks, and this one is, I'm not sure what color it would be considered. It's kind of like a grayish, beigey, taupey, I would say. If I had to say a color, it would be oyster. And then these are some of my favorite jeans. They're current Elliott, and they're really old and beat up, and they're my favorites. And they're crazy long. I have to roll them up. And then the shoes I'm wearing are some of my favorite, the Sigerson Bell by Sigerson Morrison, and these are old. These are probably a couple years old. And just for very accessories, casual. I was looking for these earrings. I don't know if you guys remember when I got them, but they're the Slane brand. I think John got them for me. I think it was our anniversary or something, and I was disappointed when I found them because, as usual, they're set in silver, and it had kind of tarnished, but then I kind of liked the way it looked. These are the white, what is it, white, I cannot think of what they're called now, like white aquamarine or something like that. White, I can't remember. I'll put it down here when I can think of it. But, so I kind of liked it after I looked at it because it looked more, I don't know, not as blingy. And so, what am I trying to say there? Anyway, I'll think about it. And my hair is just not going to be right today, but I'm just going to leave it kind of rough looking. And, oh, my Leighelena bracelet. I'm so glad I thought of this. I got the best shipment of these in yesterday. And Brooke took the pictures for me. I'm going to add them this afternoon, and there's some new styles, a real pretty little, this one I saved this one for me, but this, I love this blue color, and it's the triple wrap leather, and it looks great just stacked with your bangles and stuff like that. And then there's this other one called the, I believe it's the H bar, that's gold, that looks really pretty. And then I could not decide, I've had this forever, I got this last time they sent me bracelets.
How do I deal with that?
It's okay, baby, go on by. But this bracelet is a special one. I've never worn it. I was debating on whether to keep it or not, and I decided I'm going to go ahead and sell it. But this actual bracelet was in Southern Living magazine, and it was in an article, like a Pantone article. I didn't see it in there, but I have the information about it that I'll put below, and I'm going to list this on my website today too. But it's beautiful. Anaconda. I love the black. It's just beautiful. I think it would look so good. I was keeping it thinking it would look so good with all black outfit or a black dress. Even, you know, when you're dressing up, just to add that little bit of edginess to it. But, oh, I'm about to talk myself into keeping it. Anyway, I thought that's pretty. And just, they fixed me. The girls there are real good when I call them. They know exactly what I like and what you guys like. The ones like this. And there's some just really pretty ones. So I'm going to try my best to put those. Brooke has been helping me. I had to help Will. He had gotten that Trix yogurt, and you put that little stick in it, and we froze it overnight, and I had to help him get it out. It was not easy. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you real soon. I'll definitely see you on Friday. Bye-bye.